Jesus' mighty name I've prayed.
Amen.
Amen. You guys, that was a beautiful choir. I'm loving what I'm hearing. So I've got a nice little bio. I'm very passionate about my bios. So just get it out.
Are you selling this?
Am I selling it?
This personalized?
No, I bought it. I definitely am not selling it. I bought it.
Okay.
It's got my name in like, I don't know how many scriptures, but it doesn't say, like John 3:16 says, God so loved Whitney.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So what, everything with I will put your name in it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That'd be good for kids.
Yeah, it would be,
Kids,
Actually would be, you know.
I think it'll be good for kids as well. You know, kids, it'll
But I guess what, you have
personalize
to
it.
like tell them.
Yeah, they need to understand the principle first, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my baby.
Yeah, it says my name in it. Yeah, exactly.
It can, but that's how basic children books are, though, when it comes to God loves you so much. Like, oh, God died for you.
But still-
Do you know what I mean?
But it's all the semantics in it.
We have a grand problem, actually.
Right.
So all the notes from my laptop ain't loaded on here.
And you didn't bring a laptop.
Yeah, and I was meant to.
That's all right.
This is great. No, this is a great start.
What was it on notes?
Yeah, on my Mac. I don't know why it's misbehaving.
Oh, the whole like
Yeah. No, because I'm vexed because that bio was solid.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But then can you sign into iCloud?
It's all the same iCloud. So
How come I ain't linked that?
I've no idea.
Close your apps and open it.
you turn it off and turn it on.
You have to do that. So you have to do that before you do this in the store.
Crazy.
Turn it on his own. Turn it on.
Never forget when I've gone somewhere and the plane, on the plane, there was a delay. Basically, there's an error on the plane. So they got to turn off the plane and turn it back on. But we have to all get off the plane for them to do that. Got off the plane now, and then they were like, yeah, sorry, we're not flying tonight, no more. So
That happened to me. Kids was wedding.
Oh.
Try.
The plane was hot, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's
an issue.
Yeah.
That's fuming. I'll be fuming.
It's long, yeah.
Bro, the way man's life is, yeah, that needs to run on schedule still.
Yeah.
There's too many things happening here that next day.
Bro, even if man has scheduled rest,
Bro,
cutting into that time is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's true.
bro.
It messed me up for the whole week, fam.
That's mad.
No, that actually wasn't your baptism. Your baptism was someone else's wedding that we got delayed at the airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think his one delay.
Yeah, your one was
Still
delayed.
came back the same
Still
day,
came
but
back,
later.
but later. Wait, so we were meant to get back at like 6 a.m. That was, where were we? We were in Portugal. I think it was Lola and Raf.
Oh, okay.
Because you got baptized the year before I got married, didn't it?
Fuck, I can't remember. Yeah, I think so.
What year did you get baptized? 2023.
2023, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was Lola and Raf's. So imagine we've left the hotel, got to the airport, we're at the gate. Then they say, yeah, it's delayed. At the gate.
How come you got baptized in 2023?
What do you mean?
Why didn't you get baptized earlier?
Because that's when I done it, innit? The hell?
And then when did you get
That's when I done it.
Well, like 2021 or something like that.
Hey, you spiritual things to flex, man.
Yeah, that's what the
I got baptized before you.
I use spiritual things to flex. That is hilarious.
So why are you not taking offense to that?
I'm not
I
saying
can't ask
that.
the question.
No, that's
know
what
why
the
I
We're
asked
here
Sadducees
to discuss it.
that's what the Sadducees used to say, innit? They ask questions like that. The Sadducees. They don't say Pharisees, so that's basic. What's it, Sadducees?
I've managed to restore this bio.
You got it, yeah?
I just made.
Oh, you done it again?
Oh, you enjoy it?
Again. How can I have a text with you? Good, oh, but yeah. Yeah, I was just laughing while I was crying inside.
So, Helen, when did you actually get baptized? 2021?
I think so. I think 2021. I think it was 2021.
Okay, cool. I
To
think
be
it was
fair, for me, it's just been one of them things where
Wanting to do
for
it for
the
time.
longest. Wanted to do it, but then I'll be real, bro. Like, I'll be so real. Like, two things, yeah. So one of them was like, alright, cool. After that, everything's supposed to change.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I got to be on something.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be on my way there already.
I know what you mean.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say, which was, again,
I think that's the way
a big
that-
delay in it.
In home church, that's kind of how I thought it was. Like, you had to be at a certain point
Before you
to
get
get
there.
baptized. And you know that Miss Babatunde, bro, she was on us.
Yeah,
Baptism. She was on us.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
every single time
yeah.
you see you, when you get baptized, when you get
yeah,
baptized. But then it's like, we kind of like, well, for me anyway, like, I thought you had to be like, you have to be peak,
there.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baptized instead of, okay, I'm born again.
And then,
Nah,
then,
baptized.
Correct.
then the,
That like
the new birth happens, isn't it?
Where do you think that comes from?
Misconception.
Misconception. Yeah, thank you. Where does that come from?
When people get baptized, yeah, they do move a little bit different.
But you have to do it.
I
the water
hear it,
changed
but
them.
then do you get what I'm trying to say though? But it's like, you see that and you're thinking, there's no way it was just the baptism that done that.
That-
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So you're thinking, right, like you've been on a glide path, like to this.
Yeah, truthfully, the work I got baptized last week still.
Oh,
It was
Yeah.
the
Congrats, bro.
biggest secret
I
ever.
know.
You find out now?
He
No, I
just
told-
messaged me
I'm-
on the
yeah.
Sunday. I was screaming in bed.
But I've been baptized before.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you get it? So like where I done church like from youth, I think maybe I got baptized like when I was like maybe 18, 19.
Okay.
And then life happened, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was outside, we're in Portugal. You know what I'm saying? I lived. But then obviously it was probably in my heart for like the past 4 or 5 years, innit? But you know when you're just like, but I've been baptized before, and but I think obviously reading Bible in the year this year, even coming across, I was like, do you know what, like there's a rebirth that's happened since then and since now, innit? So obviously let me just, I'm saying, do it again.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man, I'm settled. But yeah, like you said, it's not. Sometimes people think, oh, you're bare different. But bro.
Yeah.
But I've been, do you know what's been my hardest battle?
What?
Driving. Hey, listen. What?
Road
But I've been so, I don't know how, it must be God. It was the Holy Spirit. Because people been cutting and doing my things and I just went, I have to let, what? I've been letting people go, you know.
No, I was talking about this the other day. I said, like, listen, if there was, like, if it was like in this day and age, where like, I've had certain road rage incidents and that,
Yeah.
and that, you know, where everyone takes out their camera phones, bro, I would look like
You say you'll be done.
What like provokes you to that level of anger? Have you got
bro.
out of your car before?
In road rage.
That's a couple.
Yeah.
I've got out of the car once, but that was actually an accident.
Oh God.
Bro, I've got
I've got
car,
the
I'll
car.
ripped open their door, like, my car, bro, like. But this is obviously
You're
I might
calm.
react in the car, yeah, but I've never had any like
Yeah, me
friction with another driver.
What? Those couple
Yeah.
times I had passes still.
What, without actually
Yeah.
getting an accident? Swear.
Yeah, couple. You know, it's when people do certain things, just like,
I
like,
do
bro,
it
why?
as well.
Like, why have you done this today?
There's hella
Yeah.
egos as well.
Yeah.
I know guys
yeah.
who are like, I drove like 20 minutes to his block, bro. I was waiting. Bro, the guy was jazz guy. Imagine he's driving the van, takes you somewhere. But there's like these like obviously, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, like
now,
young
but
G's.
back in the day, I would have said like scrawny youths or something.
Yeah.
Like chilling like outside some shops and all that. So he's all like spoken to them for a bit. I've parked up or whatever. I got out of the car now. Like, alright, cool. Say that. And he's gone like popped open a boot of a next car, acting like he's getting something out. And jumped in the whiz. I'm like, yo, what's going on there? Like, bro. But there's so many of them silly situations, bro.
Happens to me in Woolwich still. The way I got out of the car, jumped out of the car, and it was a small car. So I've got to the window, bro, so I'm wham Albanian. I said, like, you know what? I said, you know what, bro? I said, bro, next time reverse, bro. I'm just walking back. Bro, next time reverse, I'm walking back to the car.
Bro, I saw
getting
what
like,
you-
bro,
Oh, but you lot are serious though, because I've never done the come out thing, but I'll do the petty thing.
What, like stay in front of them.
Yeah, and then I move slow.
break
I'll drive slow. I'll do that, but I won't do it too much. I'll just do it enough, or they could do what they want to do in front of me, and then I'll follow them. And I'll follow them for a minute on some like, you don't know who I am. And then I'll just turn it off and it's like, but like to come out my car, I just, in my head, you don't know who anyone is, innit?
No, you guys are
an angel.
Could have been an angel.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Someone said that to you?
Bro, I was
Yeah,
cutting
fairs.
up. I can't lie. No, I can't lie.
It
I'm gonna
routed
use
you.
that.
Yeah.
That one is a mind boggler.
Yeah, that was my game.
Listen, I was trying to get home, innit? And then the car's following me for a while now, innit? So I'm like, nah. Like, this is annoying me now, innit? So I go down one road, spin round, and I pull up so I can see who the person is. The person winds down his window. He's like, bro, like, I was trying to see where you're going in such a rush, like. So I could have been an angel, bro. Like, bro.
I know, though. That was
Trying to see where
I
he goes.
did-
I didn't see that again,
Bro,
bro.
at the end of the conversation, he was like, I love you, bro. I was like,
Yeah, nah, that's
I didn't even know what to say. I was
Yeah, you got your first though.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that-
I
yeah.
can't lie, it's fun, man, bro. I didn't know what to say,
Go
bro.
there, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, big bro. I appreciate you, big
And you
bro.
know you and your Christian heart, you're like, raw.
Yeah, I do.
I was like, God, that could have been the...
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Alright,
Guys,
cool.
I want to know the roads you guys traveling because I've never had this experience. And I thought Alvin had road rage, like low key. When I'm on the phone, I'm like, here he goes. But I'm glad you've confessed because I never knew it was this bad. I'm gonna pray for you. No.
No, but I'm calm now though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, like not
The
like
Lord,
genuinely.
the baptism, yeah.
No, but even
Glory.
So on the getting baptized again, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you not feel about like, you know, altar calls, yeah, where it's kind of like, obviously it's for people that want to give their lives to Christ, yeah. at what point do you reckon you need to rededicate your life to Christ? Because you know that's quite a
fair.
thing as
Yeah.
well, innit? You know, sometimes like there's an altar call and you're like, fam, you know,
It's been a minute since.
in general, like in our Christian walking, we have times where it's kind of like either stagnant or actually we're just not doing the things that we're supposed to do and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how do you guys gauge whether you feel like you need to rededicate your life?
So it's so funny we're bringing this up because this week I was thinking about it. I knew I was going to say this, but I don't even know why. You know, when I gave my life to Christ at 8 years old, yeah? You know, I used to go up to every single altar call. I used every altar call. And one day my mom was like, you know, you don't have to keep it. I've given my life like 10 times. I used to go all the time. But I'm really passionate about altar calls. So like you brought it up, like, I hate it when people have like Christian events and they don't give people the opportunity to give their life to Christ. But I think I rededicated my life to Christ, I think like 2017. And there was just like so much noise happening in my life and just so much happening. But I remember just like fighting to go to this event, and like I had a birthday party before and I got lit. And the devil was like, you can't go to the event. And I was like, I probably weren't going to go. Ended up going and had this altar call, like, you know, if you want to just come and just give your life back to Christ, like, you know, you're just not where you want to be, but you want to just try again. And I think that's what led me. That day I ended up speaking in tongues, and it was like, it blessed me. Like I was so gassed, man. So I think just when you feel led, and I feel like especially when you go to certain environments where they're speaking about God, I feel like it's not in vain. It's not a coincidence that your friend invited you. It's not a coincidence that you turn up. So I think anytime you get the opportunity, you feel that burden, innit?
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
hear it.
think.
I think the only big pressure moment I would say is the first time you give your life. I think rededication is just what's like an outward expression of an inward change.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like you're.
Oh, you think so?
Deep.
Yeah. It's just a public. It's just you publicly declaring that, you know, this is what you want to
Back
do.
on it,
Because I think, like, and it depends on where you stand on your theology of like giving your life in it and being born again, and what
true,
that
yeah.
can you do that more than
Yeah,
once
yeah,
and
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
Where you sit on that. But in general, once you give me your life and then you're rededicating your life, that one is just more of a personal decision. But I'm one of those people who I believe in. I don't think everything is spiritual, but because we live in a very physical world, the physical stuff we do has an impact on the way that we live.
Yeah.
So there's something about a public declaration.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It really does.
That does something.
It stands in your mind a bit more. So for rededication, I'm like, listen, I'm all for it. Like, if you want to rededicate your life, go and do it. Do you get me? But don't put too much pressure on that moment. Like, if I don't go up now, like,
So what about
I'm
churches
done.
that don't really do altar calls in that way? Because even today I went to my brethren's church, and that's the first time that I've actually seen an altar call in a long time. Like since I've actually moved from my home church, innit? So when it comes to that people giving their life, no, but it was the thing whereby they'll say, obviously put your head down, hand up, and then we'll all say the prayer together. So I mean altar call in terms of like actually
Come
getting
front
up.
to the
Come to the
come to
front.
the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't seen that in a long
differentiate?
time. I do still.
Yeah.
But then isn't it?
Because
That's
this
what, when you say altar call, that's what exactly what I
Yeah.
meant.
No, but then isn't it? So for example,
That's what I thought you meant,
the
sorry.
reason why they do that is more because of embarrassment, all that kind of stuff.
But I think
So,
that's
you know,
Do you reckon part of the altar call is
humility, bro.
Yeah, it is that
and that's
boldness.
and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's
what you
what
said
that's what I
about
was
like
gonna
the
say with
physical
Shane.
action.
Yeah. It's
One
the
of them is
declaration.
getting up and going in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like making it a public type of thing. But then
Yeah.
some people would say, or some churches would say that it's not. The altar call in that way isn't biblical per se, innit? It's just something that we kind of do, innit? Not that it's wrong or nothing, but it's just something that we kind of do.
Yeah.
So I know that there's definitely the churches that do the thing whereby it's like, actually, okay, put your hand up, we'll say the prayer together sort of thing, instead of come
Come
up
forward.
in the front.
Yeah.
Kind of- I can't remember what I asked.
I think, huh?
I can't remember what I
But
asked.
you started.
Oh no, you was talking about going to your friend's church, and it was
Yeah,
the first time
it's the
you've
first time
seen
you've
an
seen an oracle.
oracle in a
Okay,
minute,
okay,
basically
okay.
from leaving the home church.
Okay.
I think you was going into because obviously the question was about rededication.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
In terms of what you said still. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a thing whereby you is it? It's not like the first time you do it is like the quote unquote the call in it.
Yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of a rededication, you don't necessarily have to like go up.
Yeah, you do.
Kind of,
Yeah.
like you said, there's a public. There's something about getting up and doing
Yeah,
it. In the same way,
That's
like
something.
doing like worship and stuff like that. There's something about standing up and raising
Yeah.
your hands
Yeah,
and closing
yeah.
your hands and stuff.
It
It's
does
like a
something.
physical action of.
Manifestation to your
You get what I
heart.
mean?
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit different. I think every time is important because I think there could be moments where like you've done it the first time, that was your initial like, alright, cool, and then not to turn back sliding, but you don't live according to the word or how you should or how you believe you should in it. And I think then making that step when you decide, Raj, you know, I've been living like this. God, I'm sorry, and to go forward to be like, yo, I'm doing this again, I think is equally as important as the first time. Because I think there's an essence of humility in it, where it's like, God, I'm actually showing you that, do you know what, I've actually messed up, but I'm coming back to your feet. Tap. Do you know
When you say the first time, are you saying the first time you rededicated your life or the first time you gave your life?
First time you gave your life.
Right. I'll disagree, no.
Yeah,
I disagree.
The first time you gave your life just because of what that means in terms of
written down.
Yeah, okay, yeah. In that essence, I guess, I hear what you're
I
saying.
agree in terms of like the declaration in terms of what the ongoing sort of like, I don't know,
Expression?
What?
like the ramifications of that essentially. You get what I'm saying? As in what that means next.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
okay,
saying?
fair,
From that perspective, because it's kind of like I said this the other day on another pod. I was like, if you only focus on Sunday and midweek as your touch points, then in between you're gonna do rubbish.
Basically,
You know what I'm
yeah.
trying to say? But actually, if you have those devotionals every single day,
Yeah.
and then checkpoints during the day as well, which like for some people they might feel, oh, it's overkill, whatever it is, but that's the only way to really
Essence,
stay up.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
definitely,
trying to
yeah.
say?
It's true.
So it's the same sort of thing. So
Yeah, fair.
Daily bread, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Daily, that's what it is. Yeah,
Fact.
that fact.
Daily.
That's what it is.
literally.
All right.
I think we're ready for our bio now. I can't lie, if it's not that good, you still have to gas it up. Do you know what I mean?
No, we're here,
Thank you. All right, today I am joined by 3 men of God. Not one, not 2, but 3 anointed vessels, married vessels.
Wait, let me start again. Let me just do the.
You actually want to start again, Hendo? Okay, great. They are best known as Bible Babes and Banter. They discuss funny, serious, and current topics through an honest Christian lens.
Yeah.
With over 200 episodes, they're celebrating their 5th year anniversary next month, so I need to tap into that grace.
Yeah.
I've got my Bible, they've got the babes, and Alvin's got the Bants. Make some noise for Hendo, Shakes, and Eva!
Yeah.
That was nice still.
Nice one. Well done, man. That was a good one still.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one still.
Alvin, you see, because I just in case Alvin tried to get away. Hey, thank you. Absolute pleasure to have you guys on.
Thank you very much.
You guys are literally inspirational. When I was like going through some of your stuff, I'm like, how many episodes?
Yeah, man.
So like, how have you done it? I know it's such a vague question, innit? But I'm actually asking, like, personally, how have you carried on? You guys, we were saying that you guys, someone wrote about you in like a blog. Like, how have you just carried on? You're literally 3 young men speaking about Christ. Like, on paper, it sounds simple, but in the world we live in, that's actually a big deal. And then you're married. It's just like, you guys seem like, wow, you know what I mean? But yeah, how have you found it? How have you found the journey? Like, yeah, talk to me.
I think it's been really good, you know. There's been a lot of learnings along the way as well, innit? One of the things that really that was like proper on was for us to have our own equipment. And for us to actually be able to do things
Yourself.
like ourselves, innit? So in terms of like being able to get some sort of momentum, because we actually ended up buying all of the things and then had like our own sort of studio sort of set up, that helped like a lot, innit? But then when we first started, COVID came not long after.
Okay, yeah.
So it was just about kind of like figuring that out. Once we figured that out, and once we went through COVID, and then it was like, everyone was like, okay, oh yeah, so every week, every it was just kind of like, you can't not do it.
Yeah.
You just can't not do it still.
Yeah.
And then, like I was saying, that there's just a lot of learnings on the way, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how has it like reflected your relationship with Christ? So basically, before you started it, you actually technically wasn't baptized then.
No, I wasn't.
What was that like? What was that journey like?
I think generally, like, for example, like, if you listen to like one of the first episodes, there are things that like my mind might have changed about.
Okay,
like I might
growing.
speak in a certain type
yeah.
of way, and I won't speak like that anymore just because of like just the way things have gone. Like I remember like my missus was watching. Well, she used to listen to it early days. She was thinking like, "Rah, like who brought this to each heart?" Because at the time, like I wasn't on that.
Just before you knew her.
Before I knew her and all
yeah.
that. I wasn't on dating and all that sort of stuff. So the way I talk about, it, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'm married. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that journey as well. So and that's really kind of like what the vibe is as well, isn't it? For everybody to kind of come along and see our journey and like growth and stuff like that.
Yeah. Facts.
And I feel like a lot of that's why like when God put this on my heart like years ago, I was just like, no, because I just feel like when you see Christian podcasts, they're just very like put together, you know, they're living in answered prayers, everything's okay. And I'm here like hanging on by a thread, like, what do you want me to tell the people? So like, it is encouraging to see, I guess, people like you, people like me in spaces where we're actually like bringing people along, which is vulnerable, which means that we do make mistakes for everyone to see, and we're learning in real time. But like, I thank you guys. You guys walked so I can run. You know what I mean? So God bless you. Like,
No,
Thank
sick,
you.
man.
Thank
Sick.
you,
No,
thank
so it's been a fun journey, man.
oh, good.
Especially because things change. So when we first started, only Hend was married. Do you know what I mean? Me and Iman weren't married at that. We weren't even in a relationship
Wow.
when it started.
still.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Alvin.
Literally.
Hey, what you saying? She's an African auntie thing on you, boy.
I don't know what this agenda is, man. I'm the old Emmanuel. I'm chilling, bro. I don't know about all that dating stuff.
Right. We'll talk off live. We'll talk off live. But yeah, man. So people listening like followed us through, like single to engaged to married. Do you get me? Even
beautiful,
kids, more kids. Like they really followed the journey through in it, which is sick as well. And one thing we always say, and when we started it, because people are getting at us a bit, certain people are getting at us, we're like, we're not your Sunday supplement.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You listen
I
to
like
us
that.
on the side, go to church.
Yeah, go to please
Get
read
me?
your
Go and
Bible.
listen to
Read your Bible.
Yeah.
Go and listen. And so much so, we'll even like, if you want, message us. We will direct you to podcasts that are like, they preach.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're Christians, so our thing was that everything we say is going to be through the lens of Christianity, innit? Do you know what I mean? Naturally, but we're not doing sermons here. Do you know what I mean? Some episodes might be bare jokes. Do you know what I mean? And again, because of where we're from, some jokes might not sit well with everyone. Do you know what I mean? Naturally, innit? Do you know? Our banter's a bit different sometimes,
I
innit?
can imagine people seeing us like talk about the road rage stuff and be like,
Yeah,
What
what?
kind
You
of
know, I think
Literally.
I love it though.
they did what?
Transparent, innit?
transparent,
Because
innit? Like,
and it's real.
It's
like,
real, yeah.
That's why I'm like, when I see these other Christian podcasts, I'm like, okay, which Bible are you reading? Because I saw Joseph that went from a pit to a prison to a palace. How come everyone has just got to the palace? I'm so confused, and no one's got no stories about being in prison. All they do, they're like, oh, we struggled with this, but we're okay now. It's just like, where's the podcast for the middle? Like, where's the in between? And I remember like when I was saying that to God, God was like,
Yeah.
put my stuff on the internet. So it's been hard, but you know, like even just like watching my pastor, I realized my pastor, he'd be telling us a lot of his business, and I'm like, wow, like that's very vulnerable. So I started realizing that okay, vulnerability is power, and that's how you build something. Because when I look at my pastor, it's just like, right, okay, he can get these things that I'm going through because he's gone through it. So I think that vulnerability is what like we're called to do. But that's the hardest part, innit? I want to come in, I like everything's okay as well, but
It was funny. I was thinking about the whole vulnerability thing the other day, and I was thinking about how much like I feel like vulnerability, yes, but I feel like there's bare caveats that need to be put in place. Do you know why? Because I feel like sometimes, you hear like a certain man of God talk about road rage even. All of a sudden you think, oh, yes, I'm cool.
Because he done it.
It's
Because he's done it. Even he does it.
Right.
Cool, I'm calm then.
Yeah,
You get to
you're
the
right.
And it's mad like how that gives someone like a full sense of security essentially.
Yeah,
in
you're
terms
right,
of
you
like
know.
actually I can continue to do these bad things. So say all of that to say, listen. I say all that to say, obviously, listen, the road rage thing is mad, innit? At the end of the day, it's anger, innit? So obviously it's something that needs to be controlled, so no one's condoning it.
I love the disclaimer. You don't know what podcast this is, do you? No, I'm joking. No, but I like what you said because it then like it does take the onus to be like, okay, cool. Even though we're just being ourselves and being honest, there is a responsibility we have, and I think even along this journey, realizing okay, like people are actually watching me, even though you might not feel like it. I don't know 1 million views, so I don't know like. If it doesn't start now, like when do you get to the understanding that people are watching you? What you're saying actually holds weight to some people. Like my little cousin watches this, she's like, yeah, because I remember on the pod, I'm like, okay, the streets are watching, you know what I mean? So, and even like some little girl in my church, she was just like, I was changing because I came from church. She was just like, oh, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting ready to film my podcast. She's like 8. And she was just like, your podcast? Oh yeah, on YouTube then. I said, yeah, I'm going to be on YouTube. She goes, yeah, I know, my dad watches it. And I was like,
My dad watches it.
She's kind of young, her dad's young as well.
Okay,
I even told him, hey, you want to come on the pod? Literally. But just even that, like just in passing, she would just see me. So let's say she just sees me, I don't know, wearing something or doing something in her head. She might be thinking, oh yeah, Auntie Whitney or from church, she does it, so it's normal. So it does come with like a responsibility. Have you ever felt like a backlash of that? Like, have you ever done something and thought, oh, why did I start this pod? Now I can't do this anymore or can't do that. Have you ever had that?
Nah.
You know, bro, I just say it all the time. And I say, listen, if you see me out, I can have Hennessy in my hand. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, as in, I'm putting you lot in that understanding now.
Yeah.
Listen,
Don't be shocked.
Don't be shocked at certain things. Like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own, listen, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is a level of like still be careful. It don't mean you should be running around like,
outside.
You moving mad. But in general, though, it's like, this is who, and it's kind of our brand as well, isn't it? Like, we're just open, honest, and transparent.
Yeah.
So you meet us where we are. Do you know what I mean? We're not trying to show you our future self or our part. This is where we are right now.
I think it's very important not to come across as holier than thou. I think we, if anything, we caveat a lot, so that never is the case. But
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, we've said it before. Like, listen, if you see me at a day party, you saw me at a day party.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's no more to it.
No explanation.
I'm not out there being like, what do they call it, like belligerently drunk and all that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm doing, but I'm here though. You know what I'm trying to say? And again, I also say that in the same way that I was saying the same way I was saying the other thing about like road rage, like what you saw it as a day party, that doesn't mean you should be there.
Yeah. In fact, what are you doing?
You did the West End.
I hear that though. It's mad because obviously when I started this journey, I've been DJing for going on 9 years. I don't DJ Christian music. You know what I mean? So it's just like when God's like, do this thing, I'm like, me? Are you sure? Like, are you me? You want me to go? So I think even sometimes that balance, sometimes I do things and I'm like, bro, is this the brand? Like, if someone comes up to me. So, bro, like, that's how we met, innit? He came up to me, like, I watch your pod and I'm thinking, am I wearing anything? This is me. Do you know what I mean? So I think sometimes it is a bit hard because, God can put you in situations where you don't really feel like the king. You don't feel like you belong here, but God can call you and then he sorts you out on the way. Do you get what I mean? So,
see when you're DJing and that, obviously you're a Christian, innit? So, and I don't say that in the obvious way. Yeah. But does that kind of like change what kind of music you play? So, for example, alright, let me just hit the nail on the head. Innit? So, for example, so there's songs that are like, talking about promiscuity and all that kind of stuff. Forget that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about where it's like Lil Uzi Vert and like it's all that music that they be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you one of those people that's like, nah, I know this guy's dealing with something deeper. I'm not playing it.
Basically. So essentially, when I started, before this pod, like, not even before that, a lot of stuff was changing in my life. So I used to do something called Reviewing 2, and I used to review like albums. So like the way I used to consume like secular music was like to a high degree. Like for me, like it might come out on a Friday, and by the next Friday I probably listened to it like 50 times. So I was constantly listening to it. Then over time, as I was getting closer to God, I just listened to more gospel music, and I'm just like, I don't want to listen to it. So I just over time just stopped listening to a lot of secular music. So I think it just happened naturally. Even though I'm a Christian, I might listen to like not like secular music, but I was never listening to like funny stuff. Do you know what I mean? If I think you're a little witchy or you do some things, genuinely, I just wouldn't listen to you. I'm not interested.
So
that's the beauty.
Summer Walker.
You know what?
It's fine when it's so easy, man.
It's
fine when it's so easy, man.
Yeah, because he's out. He's over there saying push me to the end. All them man there, but
I
you're
think
right.
with Summer Walker, like, I used to love her. I used to love her, and then every time people used to see, they'll be like, "Oh, you probably like her? Don't she do witchcraft?" And I'm like, "Why you ever going to say that?" So I think just naturally over time, I just don't really listen to her anymore. But it's just natural. Like in my head, I want to say, "Oh yeah, that's my favorite artist," or "I really like her," but I don't think I could tell you her latest album. I don't think I even listened to it. Literally. So I think it just happened over time, and then I don't know, when I started going to certain parties, I just thought it was noise. And then plus I don't even know the latest music, so it just wasn't helpful. A lot of the times, like what happens, like if you start getting booked for like, let's say old school bashment, the next 4 or 5 bookings will probably just be old school bashment. So a lot of the stuff I tend to play is just old school stuff, which are just a bit more cleaner, just naturally. But then I also do a lot of like commercial bookings, which all they want is upbeat, lean music. So I'm like, I'm leaving the club alone. Like the brands have got better bookings, better money. So I tend to just do more brand bookings. And then I started sneaking some little gospel 1, 2. They look at Shackles, what?
Shackles.
It goes off.
That's how I start. Literally. I start typing in Hillsong and my piano remixes. Like
that is so funny.
So that is me. When I play, I'm like, oh Lord, sprinkle of Jesus. You know, and that's it. So I think it just happened organically, like over time. But if you told me, like name me Ashake's top 3, like latest 3 songs, I probably couldn't tell you. Just because I'm not in that space, and I think it's low-key disingenuous to then be like, yes, let me come and do the bad boy Afro. I don't think I've got it in me. But if you're paying me money,
To make it work.
it depends. You know, that's to Culture FM. I'm still coming. You know what I mean? But even if even when I do a Culture FM, I would love to sneak in a little like gospel or something, just to because people like us, we go church, we know what gospel music feels like. We know how it feels to listen to something and feel peace and feel free. So also like when we're not sharing that, we're low-key giving other people disservice because some people, they don't even know what freedom and positivity can even look like in music. They don't know. So I would love to be able to get to that platform. And I just kept thinking, like, when I get to Culture FM, like, how can I stand out? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring Jesus with me, boy. Get my pastor to promote that. And be like, just the first half an hour,
It's key still. And when I went to, this is maybe about 2-3 years ago. You know, there's like that festival in that park in Hackney. I can't remember what it's called.
What
are you talking about?
Did you go this year?
They do it every year though.
Big Church Day Out.
No, that's Quay.
The Hackney one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Weekend, isn't it a Hackney Weekend or something like that? It's the one
BBC One
but
actually
Stormzy did it one time. And
yeah, that's the one I went to. And Cleo Soul done one this year.
Yes.
Yeah. Cleo Soul and I know the one.
I went to one where Stormzy headlined, didn't it?
Love him.
And obviously he's literally got songs like
the gospel. He done his whole thing album. Yeah.
So he's literally singing the Holy Spirit song, and this is when I was walking, like I was leaving, innit? So everybody's singing along to that, innit? So essentially, everybody here is doing worship. So whether or not they kind of
know it
or not,
they really understand the implications of what's being said or what like the spiritual side of it. They're actually all here and they're all worshiping God. But it's kind of like, raw.
Like, do you like? So you subscribe to that, yeah? So for example, I'm saying it from this perspective because I feel like Shay's got a different view on this, yeah. But so,
you know what he's.
do you know what I'm about to say?
What he said? You always come back to somehow still.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, so if everyone's there, they don't know what they're doing, but they're worshiping. So when you're somewhere. And like for example, like that Travis Scott thing that time.
That's part of why. Thing. That's why. So you know when you asked about witchcraft and stuff like that. So that's why specifically I wouldn't listen to certain people or listen to certain artists because you're actually doing. I think that principle kind of is the same.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Unknowingly, it feeds into something. It feeds into the subconscious.
The same sort of impact.
But then do you feel the same way?
I think it depends what it is. You know.
Really?
I think it depends what it is. Yeah. So for example,
witchcraft.
What do you mean?
Like the artist does witchcraft.
So if the artist does witchcraft, it doesn't mean the lyrics that you're singing is somehow endorsing. It kind of depends what's being said. It kind of depends what's being said.
I wouldn't say it endorses it because it's not like.
So but you know the same way you said they're engaging in worship.
But with the Holy Spirit one, it's literally the lyrics.
Exactly. So that's different, isn't it? If the lyrics are like saying X, Y, Z, and you're saying X, Y, Z, bro, it's crazy.
So basically saying Summer Walker like does witchcraft, right? But if you're singing a love song that a love song that she's written, that's just a love song. You don't really.
But you know, it's the reason I wouldn't use someone like Summer Walker is because she openly does it. So if you openly do it, then I wouldn't say listen to it.
Because it's open.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because you openly. So we don't need to have this discussion.
What's the difference if you're doing it in a corner?
No, not openly. As in, like, there's a lot of assumptions. So, for example, people might say, if you listen to secular music, you don't know what that artist is doing. If you don't know what that artist is doing, we don't. Do you know what I mean? We took that one talking to Edward about that my piano Bogogo, about a certain song, innit? And essentially, for context, we listen to my piano, innit?
They be saying some funky stuff.
You see when you was talking about you see when you was talking about just now about like sneaking in some my piano. In my head, I was already thinking, cool, I'm gonna send some stuff out.
My piano, because there's some my piano songs that are gospel black.
Throughout
the whole song. It's just gospel. Do you get me? And there's other songs that are more talking to their ancestors and etc. But it could be the same artist. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, what do we do then? Do you know what I mean? Is it that we don't listen to the worship ones either because they done that, or is it? So it's like now when the dilemma is it the words? Is it the person? Do you know what I mean? And you got to make a decision. And that's why for me, I'm not saying I have a direct answer to it, but I think you've got to take certain things case by case.
I think it just comes back to like the when we were speaking about AI, like to me, my whole thing is I think it's a bit funky when people like AI is making a song. I just think it's weird, innit? Because my question is like, what is the spirit behind it?
Yeah, we said that as well.
And I think, what did I say?
AI should not be making worship.
I just can't understand.
None of us think that.
It's mad. So I think it goes back to like the spirit. Even if we take it case by case, because we know there's some people that are not gospel artists, but their songs like literally can be positive messaging, speaking about love, speaking about all of this stuff that you can listen to and you can actually feel somewhat edified. Do you get what I mean? And then there's other songs that they don't need to say anything, but even just the sense of it or what they're speaking about, you know, something ain't
but it's,
right.
the reason it's tough again though is that like gospel's gospel. Good vibes is good vibes,
Yeah.
and then there's obviously just the other side.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the gospel's there, good vibes is there, and then the mad stuff is
So it's
there.
like a spectrum.
So it's almost like good vibes can still have a mad spirit. Do you know what I mean? We don't, and this is the thing. If it's not gospel, then it can just
don't
have a
know
mad
the-
spirit, and that's why for things I'm always a bit more. So I'm not telling. Sometimes I don't like speaking about these things because you need to talk to me for like an hour to really get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because if you clip it,
Yeah.
you're gonna think, all right, now I can listen to. No, because if you sat down with me, I'll tell you, no, don't listen to that.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is that when you're approaching it, approach it with nuance, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make sure, because I'm a firm believer in, if you don't really know why you're doing something, you might like clip it in that area, but in those other 10 areas, you're just gonna run it. Do you know what I mean? So understand why you're doing something and let your principle run across.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And that will really help you in life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
But then
the
what's
tough one.
So how would that principle run across in the Bogogo and Ambantwana Bako?
I don't have a definitive answer. But my thing is, if you're on the side of like the words matter, then that case then
that's why you
the
listen to one
artist
and
doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean per se? But if you're someone that the artist matters, you're not listening to any, even though one is worship. Do you get what I'm trying
What
to
about
say?
the hybrid? What if you feel
bare
like
mixy.
It's
No,
bare
but what if-
mixy.
no, but what if you feel like the artist is a puppet? So for example, like the reason why you treat like I don't know, I'm just using the same examples. Lil Uzi Vert song different to like I forgot their name, Tato Hatsi or whatever, and the other one that was doing Bogogo and Montana, yeah. Like you would think because they're just literally kind of like hitmen for hire. Like Amapiano is all about the producer that's made the song and all that kind of stuff. The people who sing on it and all that kind of stuff.
They're just
It could be anyone and it's interchangeable. And sometimes you have predefined lyrics. Obviously, everyone's got their own sound and all that kind of stuff. But essentially, that way you're a hitman for hire rather than I trust that you actually believe in what you're singing.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I guess you don't need to believe in what you're singing in order for that thing to have power.
Of course not. Of course
Do you get me? So I think it still goes back to, is it the words or is it the person?
And
But
you know,
I don't think it
but I
can be
think
either
some-
or though. It's got to be
Yeah,
a hybrid
it's
of both. Do you get
it's too mixy because
Yeah,
sometimes
that's what is bare
the
mixy.
words thing can be calm, but then it's like the person one is like it's only if the person is doing something mad peak.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Glorilla's got like a gospel tune.
Oh,
she won
don't.
like gospel something
Yeah,
with the
gospel.
yells.
Yeah.
Do you know how insane that is?
insane.
Yeah.
And it's because
See that
it's because of the
one,
words.
so
Of,
Because
the
that's
words
what I
of
was
the song.
saying.
So,
Right.
The words of the song.
Because
Yeah.
technically it's the words
the
that
words.
define
The
the
words.
song.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not
yeah.
I was
the
gonna say
artist.
like I saw something the other day about a video about how, I mean, sometimes it's a reach in it, but they were saying like how like sometimes gospel Christian music has just become entertainment as well.
yeah.
So like how are we really like patterning or figuring out what is what basically? It's like the same scenario. So yeah, I think it's hard, and I think it is mixy. Like there's no.
There's no real answer.
That's
The
what I
truth
mean.
that-
No, but
it's-
arguably, someone would then say to that raw, then forget everyone else. It's about you.
You,
Do you
yeah.
get what I'm trying to say? And it's about what you're engaging with.
Yeah.
But then obviously, that's why I brought you in, because I felt like there's that school of thought where it's like, nah, forget everything else.
Yeah.
It's about what you're doing and how you're engaging and your heart and mind behind it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But then someone could easily say, but nah, because you can walk into something that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
being naive.
But then
Like,
this-
I'm gonna say.
This, I guess this goes further than music then, because then it's like
Yeah,
cool, what we
100%.
watch,
Everything.
acting wise, like
Yeah,
films,
yeah.
Word,
even food, innit?
Word.
Yeah,
it goes
But then it's it's interesting. 'Cause obviously, I was like recently was reading Romans, innit? And obviously in Romans, it's like it basically says like, all right, cool. Obviously, everything God created, innit?
Yeah.
So the truth is, as you know your faith, and you know you can eat from anything. You can eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But obviously, there's some people where it's like they believe you shouldn't
You
eat
might
pork,
not,
innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, the word basically says, "Ah, cool. If you think your brother will stumble, basically just don't do it." innit?
Yeah.
So I guess it's like, but then again, like Paul's also like, do you know, if you're gonna eat it in your yard, that's calm because you know you've prayed over it, you've done what you need to do.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like,
it's an individual thing, but take it seriously as well. Innit?
Yeah.
Don't say it's an individual thing and not take it seriously. Take it very, very seriously in terms of like what you allow, what you listen,
what
you take in, and
And I know
definitely,
obviously,
it's important.
like we're saying, sometimes words, sometimes the artists and all of that sort of stuff. Just be hyper aware of these things.
Yeah.
And I guess back to kind of like the individual will kind of make that decision because then obviously it's one of the ones where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Cool. What's the heart behind the chef that made this?
Yeah.
What's the heart behind your
Now we
teacher?
fasting.
Yeah.
Again.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
just don't like, do you know what it is? Sometimes I just don't like I don't like over nuancing things, bro. Like I feel like, listen, if it's bad, like just stay away.
This is
from
news.
it.
This is very new.
Like,
this is
let's
not-
be
Yeah,
real, and
this
it's like
is so
it's like you see with when we talk about even food, yeah. So like obviously it talks about food
Sacrifice to
to idols,
Yeah.
and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
You can yam it.
It's saying that you can eat, but then later on in Corinthians it talks about but don't. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
true.
So like the thing is the Bible, yeah, is so much like there's so much balance here, but one thing it constantly shows you is that you can't go too hard in any one direction, innit? The only one direction that you can really go in, like, I don't like saying one direction because it's the direction that you should really go in is the
Yeah.
kind of direction in terms of like what does it serve? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Just
and I
because you
think-
can doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
everything is permissible, but not
Yeah,
everything is
no,
conducive.
yeah.
Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say? And it's kind of like. Actually, so if I was to, cool, they're eating these foods that idols, blah, 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 whatever it is, I could eat it if I wanted to, but what does
Yeah.
it really serve? Do you get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? And like, yeah, man, I just
But
think it's the
that's
same.
what comes with nuance, though. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think, the reason why like the Christian faith sometimes is so difficult, is because of those nuances. Because we're not like you can't,
mustn't
you can,
do, yeah.
you can't.
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
Like I always tell people, the Christian faith takes a lot of transparency and honesty with yourself.
Yeah.
A lot. You need to be so open to convictions. You need to be so open to like, oh, this might be right, but to me is wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You have to be so open to that.
100%.
That is so true.
But again, I have a silver lining that, listen, like I said, if you know someone that's doing the open madness, you don't need to exercise that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get
yeah.
me?
You don't need a prayer point for
You
that.
don't need a prayer point.
Yeah,
And that's
Get
what
me?
I'm saying, bro. Not everything is grey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're grey
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll be real. God is not a God of confusion.
I agree. I
Truly,
agree with that.
There
Yeah.
should
Facts.
not be any grey area.
Yeah.
A lot of
Do you get what I'm trying to
stuff
say?
like that,
Yeah.
it's true.
So I feel like every single time we have conversations, and then there's for some reason there's just hella grey area.
Yeah.
I literally think that's the device, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and that's obviously me being extra spiritual and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
I literally feel if God is not a God of confusion and everything is so clear and all that kind of stuff, actually the only reason why we argue the toss in certain things is because actually
We know the truth.
We want to hold on.
Yeah, yeah, our
definitely.
desire.
Let's
yeah,
just
it's
be
true.
real.
Yeah.
Let's just be real about it. Because if we, everyone's had them points in times where you first come to Christ, whatever it is, and you're radical as hell. You're like, what? What? I remember one time I phoned my boys. I was like, listen, it's even house. It was house party times.
Yeah.
What? I jumped on the house party thing. Say, you lot don't invite me to no more parties. Don't invite me to nothing. I'm coming out nowhere. I ain't going. Fam, if it ain't someone's birthday, even then, if it's in a bar, club, I'm not going.
Okay.
This is that and the other. Boom, boom, boom. I was going ham. Now look at me. Do you know what it is? Yeah? It's like everyone's had them points in time where you're mad radical, and actually a lot of the stuff that you was, it's kind of like the same thing I say about when you do these challenges, innit? And you're like, for example, like dry Jan's coming up. Yeah, everyone's not gonna drink alcohol. Everyone's gonna do all of these different things. They're gonna read their Bible. They're gonna pray every day and all that kind of stuff. And they're gonna do it for a month.
And then
But
what
why
after?
not continue it? Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say? So when you're in that radical place and all that kind of stuff, fair enough, some things are hard to sustain, but it wasn't meant to be easy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That's true. And I think as well, like, I think it just all comes down to like your consecration. Because I know some people like they just wouldn't do certain things. They wouldn't even go to the day party, let alone have the Henny. Like some people, that's their limit. They're like,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah.
But they might, when it comes to like the music thing, they're not stressed about that.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
some people will be like, how can you go to that concert? How can you do that? How can you do that? But like they might do, I don't know, the drinking thing, or they might be on something
yeah,
else.
yeah,
So I think a lot of this journey is, again, like you said, self-reflection and understand what is your calling for you, especially at this time. 'Cause like you said, I grew with it. If someone said, oh, like,
100%.
you're a DJ and you got a podcast, how can you be DJing Christian music? Like, I could have like maybe stopped doing it, but it wasn't genuine. Even though I've stopped doing it outwardly, my heart is desiring that thing.
yeah.
So I think I like what you said about the transparency aspect, because then God can convict you. I can't lie. I always say, Summer Walker, if I was ever going to be an artist, I'll be Summer Walker.
She's cold, but
Yeah, she's
cold.
you know, like you hear the
Yeah.
witchy stuff sometimes, with certain artists and that. You're like, oh, okay, fair enough. When I saw that she had like some shrine thing
I'm
on
scared.
there, she
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
posted
yeah.
the thing,
Yeah.
and
I'm
they're actually
scared.
doing like Yoruba religion and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
fam,
scared.
listen, just,
So,
like,
but
just
where
cut
do you
off.
stand on all the rest of them then? So, for example, like, would you watch a film with Michael?
Like Michael B. Jordan, yeah, I knew that.
Oh,
But that's the truth. That's what it is, though, because a lot of them
Yeah.
believe.
we had this conversation in my church. I run my church radio station, and we had this conversation about like
Radio
if you-
station.
I know my
That's
church
cold
have a radio
still.
That
station.
is
cold.
like,
It's cold.
pioneering.
That's
and
cold.
that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, groundbreaking.
Like, and we had this conversation as a Christian, should you go watch Sinners? And I hadn't watched it,
I haven't watched it
but
yet.
my co-host, like my friend, he had watched it. And literally till today, everyone in my church is like, "How can you watch Sinners?"
Yeah.
But it made such a good conversation because we kind of discussed it prior because we never really wanted to have a set answer. We wanted to like move the narrative. So when everyone seemed to be like against it, I was like, yeah, but I watch Nollywood.
Yeah.
And they be having all this stuff. So like, where do you draw the line with that? But something like Michael B. Jordan, it might not, like you just saying it now. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if he came up with some new show next week, I might watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I'd say like, it's kind of like, so
I hear it, man. That's honest, man.
it's like, anybody who's not a Christian it's the same in terms of like, okay, they do this religion, they do that. It's the same, innit?
Yeah.
So is that the same for you? So because this person is a Hindu or whatever, would you watch his play? Or is this person is a Sikh?
You don't know my view on this kind of stuff.
Again, this is you see what we're talking about, the individual thing.
Yeah.
I have my own.
Bro, I say,
I love the way you held yourself.
You know,
certain things that I'm just like, doesn't say, well, I'm not gonna do it.
exactly.
Certain things like,
because the problem is, and I'll never do this, but the moment you say this is your principle, if that's your principle, you got to apply it
everywhere. Yeah.
And not because you're trying to prove a point.
That's
but
only
just
if you're trying to tell me to do it.
Just because it's not effective for you then.
Yeah.
Do you get me? The principle you're trying to... So for example, I used to say that people are so shook of going to... like obviously I'm Nigerian and I'm Yoruba. Yeah. People are so shook to go to like monuments in Nigeria that might be dedicated to a god, a Yoruba god. Yeah. But when you go... Asia, you're going to a shrine, you're going to a temple, and
in Thailand,
but to you, it's a tourist site.
Yeah.
Do you get me? You're stepping into these places, and my thing is that if you truly believe, that all of these things have power, and it brings a deeper conversation now, and that like, and not to be this person, but like, have you just kind of been programmed to look at like black spirituality, as evil, and as more evil, and everything else is kind of calm.
So obviously, the truth is, like, and I hear that for like, definitely there's gonna be better people out there that fit into that bucket. But you don't know me already. Fam, Tyler, I see all of that stuff, but I see none of it. I'm actually not here for none of it. You know what I'm saying? I actually think bare stuff is evil, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like, so it's not like, so for me, it's like one of those things where that principle is gonna ring true, bro. It doesn't matter if it's black, white, or this, that, and the other. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like
I feel like even when people, so for example, I've been to the Middle East bare times. I've never, ever stepped foot in a mosque.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's bare people go there, the architecture and all that. Shut up. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and it's, bro, trust me, do you know what it is? Fair enough, I understand people have artistic minds, they love aesthetics and all that kind of stuff. Bro, trust me, like, by the way, I'm talking like this today. Tomorrow I might.
Everyone catch you there.
No, you won't catch me there tomorrow, but I'm saying tomorrow I might just be like, you know, whatever you want. I'm tired, but you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But more generally, like if I think properly, my actual real thoughts are, a lot of the time in this day and age especially, bro, like, we do the whole thing of everything is permissible, and through doing that, we allow a lot of stuff we shouldn't. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think there's somewhere in the Bible where it talks about even tolerating evil, bro. Like, so it's not about, it's not, or Ephesians and Philippians or something like that. And it's like, bro, like, it's not about, I don't feel, you're not always going to feel convicted, bro.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm trying to say? So if that's the barge pole for everything, but these times your convictions are on the floor.
We're
like,
cooked. We're
cooked, bro.
You're waiting for conviction about this. You're waiting for conviction
about flipping stealing.
About stealing. You're waiting for conviction.
That's how you got to be mad.
I want convicted.
And do you know what it is as well? Don't get it twisted, I understand awareness is a big thing, bro.
Cool.
Because, like, there was... See, you have to say the right things now because there's no statutes of limitations here, innit? But like, I remember speaking to people and they'd be like, oh yeah, like, I'll take like a pack of paper from work. That's theft. It's theft. But we don't register it. But we don't register it. It's a massive corporation. They got bare paper. But you don't register it as theft. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bare people. You'll be going to print your church flyer at work because you did papers.
They were stealing the ink, bro.
You know why that's so funny? Accountability is also a big part of this as well. To hold your brothers accountable, your sisters accountable is important. But that's even funny because I was with my boy the other day. What was that? I'm not even to make it out too tough, but it was somewhere in it. And obviously, there was a Christmas tree, and then they had like a kind of a cool ball, like ball thing on it, innit?
No, he bought it.
So he wanted to. He basically took it. But to save his what's the word I'm looking for? His conscience, yeah.
Yeah.
He went to the camera because there was camera in the room, innit? He said, I'm taking this ball for my Christmas tree, but if it's wrong, I'll bring it back. But just let me know. And then I think in that moment that he said that, he said, you know what, I'm leaving it. And he put it back in the Christmas tree.
Glory.
And I thought it's just mad because it's the paper thing. It's like, you know what? Taking paper from work on a
It just seems like nothing,
it
innit?
feels like nothing, but the truth is, like, if a guy based on the Bible, that is theft. innit?
Yeah,
Like,
And by the way,
So mad.
I'm not saying the people that, because there's going to be millions of people that have done it already. I'm not saying, hey, they're looking at their hands saying, what have I done? Like, I've stolen from work. Listen, chill, it's not that deep. But you get what I'm trying to say? It's about when
awareness,
when you know you do, you will do better, innit?
Yeah.
You will do better when you know better.
you do better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about being honest. Be honest with yourself.
still,
Don't
yeah.
and take it very, very
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
It's not something to be like fluffy about. Like it's a serious thing. Take it seriously. Be honest with yourself.
Big thing about this as well, yeah, is like don't be one of them people, yeah, that you hear something, you know this thing slightly. If you think about it properly, it pertains to you.
Yeah.
But you do the thing. You know the people that when they go to church and that they hear a sermon and that, but it's never about them. It's always about their partner. It's always about their friend. But it's about someone else. It's never about them. Do you get what I'm saying?
So much so, yeah. I remember me and my missus had this conversation. I've said it to you lot before as well. When I hear someone's done a mad thing in life, bro, I never comment on the mad thing that they've done. Yeah, but I'm always like, all right, cool. How does this pertain to me?
Yeah.
Like,
So good.
how close am I to that mad thing?
Bro, more time you're just like one decision
You're
away.
one decision away, bro.
It's mad.
You're one
Like,
decision
You
away.
might be
so-
1 foot away.
Yeah.
Bro,
In fact, you've done it.
According to the Bible, you've done it.
That's what I think of, bro.
So for
And it's
me,
so mad.
it's always like, listen, that the way Christianity is meant to be is like, listen, you look at yourself in the mirror. You reckon yourself with God and be like, hold on, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? That's the way it's meant to be. Some no situation to just shine the light on yours. But not, you shouldn't shine the light on theirs. Do you know what I mean? And that's where you're meant to move. And that's why I was saying there has to be a lot of transparency with yourself. No like self-deception. Once you deceive yourself, you're done. You get me? Listen, be open to change. We always say it on the podcast, what you heard us say last year might change this year. Do you get me? Because we grow, we change, correction. And lastly, that's why you need to do things in community so that these conversations come up. You have these conversations. Iron sharpens iron. Someone raises something, you go back and forth, you speak. That, like, in my faith, that's how I've grown. It's my people around me.
With those thoughts,
do you get me?
and those ideas.
What did you just say, bro?
When you said that,
I knew he was gonna say it.
When he said, I was surprised he didn't say it. He's just gonna.
What?
What did he say?
This guy's a joke, man.
What happened?
I was just looking, man. But what
You're
happened?
lying though.
I'm not lying about anything. I said, what happened?
Whatever,
What did
man.
I say?
Do you know what happened?
What did I say?
Do you know what
What was I saying?
Do you know what
This is the thing, The funny thing is,
Do you know what happened?
The funny thing is, you're saying that I said it at the wrong time. Because I didn't say
You
it
said
for
it later. You waited.
No, because I didn't say it for iron sharpens iron.
What was
you
it
say
for
for?
then?
When he said someone raises something, I was like, I said, hey.
He said, I'm not involved in this matter. Like, so
Whatever,
mad.
man. But anyway,
But it's funny because like my favorite pastime was like I used to love reading the Bible and judging everybody. Like when I see the Israelites, I'm like, oh my gosh, why are you complaining? I used to think Jonah was so stupid for running from God. Who does that? And then over time, I start realizing, hey,
It's us.
not only have I been a Jonah, I've been an Israelite all at the same time. Like literally,
Crazy.
so it's true. Like you read the Bible, and you always see this thing on TikTok where it's like, oh, well, you're reading Proverbs and you realize the fool they're talking about is you. And it's like sometimes why do we always think we're the hero? Like why do we always think we're David? Like I'm so confused. Why don't we never think we're Saul? Like why don't we never think like we've missed it or we've stepped out of alignment? Why do we always think we're the hero? Like I always say like David's brother Eliab, I always call him a waste man. Like he's like to David when David was like, oh, like what does the person get? But why do we always think we're David in that story? Like why can't you be Eliab? Like why can't you be the hater?
I know when people are listening, I'm like, what, Eliab?
Yeah, who's Eliab?
The one that was chatting rubbish when you came to the yeah. But it's funny because like it's obviously what you lot were saying, you lot was airing off the caution of like work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And I think it's that as well. I think it's how seriously we take it sometimes. Do you get? And I feel like sometimes it's hard to take it as serious as you want to. Do you know why? Because again, like, and I'm using these terms because we are talking on Christian terms, innit? Normally I'll just say other things, innit? But it's the whole idolatry stuff, innit? Do you get? Like, as in, bro, right now, my career. Like I'm focused on that. Like so. If they're out here and these lot are effing and blinding and saying whatever it is, I'll join them. I'll grab a pint of beer, bro. I hate beer, bro. I'll grab a pint of beer, bro, and I'll be cracking stupid jokes, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I'm going to tolerate it because this is the thing that is the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
True, you know?
And a lot of the time, that's what it is, bro. Like, so we read these stories and we're like, we're not doing all of that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
We're not there. Like, we're here, we ain't there.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking the question at the beginning of like, how far is too far? When do you lot judge it as like, right, you know what, I need to do something very concerted, like I need to make a concerted effort to come back to Christ because the way I've been living ain't this or it ain't that, or I've gone too far in one direction in one particular aspect. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That's so good. And it's like, I guess, like, how do you, like, when you're on the slippery slope, like, do you realize you're on the slippery slope, or it's only when you're fallen, when you're off? Is that when you realize, like, if you're, let's say you're linking someone and you're just doing a little lips in here, a little touch in here, like, would you think that's bad, or are you gonna wait for pregnancy or pregnancy scare to be like,
It's so funny. I feel like I get reminded sometimes, just literally on that. Yeah, I remember. So me and my wife were practicing abstinence before, and I've been practicing abstinence for a while, innit? But obviously it's difficult, innit? And there's moments where you slip. Yeah, I remember one time like it was getting into a slippery slope, and music was playing there. You know, and it was on random. You know what song came up?
What?
It was like, Lord, if I find favor in your sight. It was literally like, let's
I don't know what's bad.
Can I tell you
I
a
just wanted to.
Bro, Setman will tune it out. Setman will tune it out. Setman will go backwards.
I'll be real, yeah.
Setman will tune that thing out, boy.
Man, them that have their phone on shuffle, yeah.
Bro.
Anytime. Was this after the fact?
Them
By the
are
way?
not-
No, it was during still.
Oh, it was during.
Yeah, it was during.
Setman,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Them are not wild, fam. I have it on shuffle.
Oh, shuffle.
But I'll be real, bro. Listen,
That's good though.
So I
Let's
say I
be
get
real.
reminded. I get reminded.
Yeah, definitely.
But literally the other day as well.
I'll say
Remember?
other people,
Oh,
listen,
they turn up. Yeah.
they're not gonna turn it off, bro.
yeah.
What do you mean turn it off, bro? You know when they say they're in that zone. They say they're in that zone, bro. Listen, man.
But you see,
bedroom bully playlist,
I say that to say for me, I'll get reminders.
Yeah.
So I remember even the other day, one of the, my testimony in the pod was that God still speaks to me. So like, God speaks to me through music. So like, I can wake up in the morning and
Think of a song.
it's just a song on my head sort of thing. And I watched a video of a girl called Susan, and she was talking about when you hear songs and stuff like that in the morning, try and find it in the Bible, or like just listen to the song and stuff like that, or like read about the song and the themes in the song. But my testimony was that the fact that God still speaks to me because I have been on the slippery slope basically after having a period of God, and then being on a slippery slope, I get reminders. So to answer the question, basically, I get reminders when it's like, okay, cool, it's getting a bit, you're moving a bit far away from me.
And that's always been the pattern.
I guess, to be fair, I can't really remember, you know, but in terms of like over the past, like recent memory, basically, recent times where that thing has happened, where I've gotten reminders still.
I feel like because there's the whole bucket of like you know when we talk about transgressions, like as in I'm here, bro. Like as in it's gone past iniquities. Like I know I'm sinning, and I know that,
and I'm here.
I'm kind of like let me just finish this one off. Like you get what I'm trying to say, or like
I used to say, I'll never forget, back in the days, I used to say, I'll never forget back in the days, I'll never forget now, I was on my, there was one girl that was messaging
By the
me.
way, I wasn't talking about masturbation when I said that, by the way. Like,
I didn't even think,
talking
Yeah, no one thought you was, man.
That's why I said pause though, innit? Just in
Okay.
case.
So you're literally the pause police.
Bro,
I know you can hear any
I'm hearing everything.
every little moment. But I remember a time, like, back in the days now, I was chatting to one girl, and she was like, yeah, like, you know, come, man. And I remember, I was like, I'm going to come. Pause. But anyway, now, I said I'm coming. So, I'm on my way there now. But bear in mind, where I knew, this is mad. Bro, you live like an hour away. So I'm thinking, bro, there's bare time here to think, bro. There's so much thinking time, that man had
You start blazing music, you take your man so far.
Bro, we got something ready there. Bro, we got to cut the time down.
You know what?
Bro, you don't leave no white space, bro. There's no empty space for thoughts, bro.
So,
Every excuse.
bro,
Hey.
and I
I'm
remember,
just going to that area.
yeah, listen.
Nothing will happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
No, do you know how jokes nothing will happen? Nothing happened. It's crazy.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen.
No, but you know that.
Something will
I've
happen.
been, I can't lie, I've been on that thing that obviously I'll let you continue, but I've been in that situation. I thought, no, nothing's gonna happen. Man's strong, bro.
You actually got that kick down the door. I say nothing happened. Kick down the door.
Famous last words, bro.
Yeah, that and what's the worst that can happen? That is it.
Bro, what's the worst that happened? There's actually so much worse.
Yeah.
It's so much worse.
And the thing that is so jazz, but I find it funny, obviously in hindsight, innit? But it's like afterwards, you're like,
What have I done?
done.
You know in that
I
R&B
really
video,
feel it, by the way.
R&B
Why,
video, you're
man?
walking in the rain.
No, bro.
It feels like you're walking in the rain, bro. Like,
You drive home on pure silence,
silence.
gospel.
Bro, what?
And you know the gospel you're playing? It's not the uplifting
jumpy,
one.
bro.
You are playing like, open my eyes.
Bro,
Listen. But exactly, Yolanda, bro. As in,
no, I'm talking about sackcloth when you wear sackcloth. You rip your clothes, bro. That's how you feel, bro.
You don't know how many bridges man nearly burnt off that kind of stuff because I'm like, bro, that is you, man. It's
You made me do this. You made me do, bro. Why you messaging me?
Why are you still like, bro? You said cut by 9 p.m, bro. Like, why are you still here at 11, bro?
Hey, it's you. It's actually so
It's you. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do because you're looking at me like that. Yeah.
It's crazy still. That's the extent, to the self-deception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the extent to it, though.
Also, like thinking that you've got it in control, innit? That's like rule number uno. Eight's got nothing in control.
Lest you fall.
Yeah.
That's it. And I remember like when I learned that you're always like, you're not too, like the worst case scenario, you're not too far.
You're not
away
too
from
far.
it. Like,
definitely.
even like someone like, I don't even want to talk about this, but I'm just bringing it up like someone like Gets, like it was just like one decision, like, and now look, do you get what I mean? So I'm always like very privy, like to me, it's like I don't want to be no single baby mama, like that is to me worst case. But all it takes is sleeping with one guy once, you know, and that's it. That's it. So I'm scared.
And I think also one thing I've been realizing recently is probably it's definitely community, because I think if you're not able to have those moments where like for you it's a music, it's a song that plays, or for you it's like the time it takes, I think it's having a brotherhood or a friend that you can call in that moment. Because what I realized, I was like, some of the moments where man's done the man to, I mean, let's be honest, if you want to do something, you're gonna do it. But there are moments where like you might be faltering, and if you call the right friend, they can help you like turn back, or they'll at least give you enough conviction that now you know you chose to do what you done in it. And I think that's another way where like people can turn back, which is with community. It's like having those people that, do you know what, I want to go to this girl job, let me just call Emmanuel, let me call someone who's, yo, I'm about to go think it's a good idea. And they can pull you up. But there's some man you'll call and be like, what? What?
That's what I'm saying. There's our wrong friends, bro.
What's so funny?
I've got somebody like, what? What you gotta do for the band?
I've got certain brethren who won't even do the thing where they're like, oh, I'm getting here, what do you think? They'll just slip in that they're getting there. You know what they're doing, innit? They know what they're doing, though. Like, they're simply, I'm like, the conversation might move a bit. I'm like,
I got
go here, though.
I got a link. What's her name, man?
I'm like, oh, why? Like, what happened?
Oh,
Like, no, I'm getting to that. I'm like, bro, hey, just shut up, bro. Like, don't try to call man like, no, bro. Wake up. You get me?
Yeah.
It's funny still.
Because like with my girl, there's like certain guys that I can never bring them up in it. Never. Like we've crossed no. So like sometimes the thought of calling her and telling her I'm not on it, bro.
Do you know what's so funny about that?
Her.
Do you know what's scary about that though? Yeah, is like, because fair enough, you're more open and transparent with that friend,
yeah.
But there's certain people that, cool, once they've temperature checked and they know that their bridges ain't going for it, they're just gonna hide it now. And that one's even scarier, because then so much more can happen. It can go so much more, like so much further than you ever wanted it to go. Because that's one thing they say about sin, innit? So much further than you ever want to go.
100%. Like it costs more than you were willing to pay. Like 100%. And I think I do thank God that I can have friends like that, because the way I see my girl, I'm like, bro, God forbid that if I get pregnant and I'm a single mum, who's gonna be the one that's 10 toes with me? It's gonna be her. So that's why I involve her in my love life, innit? Because I'm like, I can't lie. If I'm upset, I'm gonna call you. If I'm getting married, I'm calling you. So actually, you actually have an opinion in this matter because this affects you more than you realize. So that's why I just try and like use her as a base, because I just feel like low key sometimes it's not fair in it. Like you tell her, she's like, yeah, leave him. You're like, yes. Next week, it's like, where are you? Yeah, I'm married out. So I do feel like, even as like, I've been in that situation myself personally. Like, you're telling your girl, no, this is not the right thing, and like every tear, every problem, you're picking it up. So that's why I just like, out of respect to her as my friend, I'm like, do you know what? Let me make sure that your opinion matters, because I can't lie, when things go wrong or right, it's your fault, isn't it? So I just feel like out of just honour.
So let's say like you had someone that you liked and like you felt like you felt inspired by God, like this is the real deal, and she's just like, oh, the sound come by and I just don't feel. Like, where you going with that?
Well, low-key, that's happened anyway, so... you know what? It wasn't that, plain, but she's not even that. Like, she doesn't even pray that much. Like, I don't even think she even watches the pod like that. She does say she puts it on in her salon, bless her, but it's like, she's not even... She don't go to church like that. She don't read the Bible, but...
Bless her's proper East.
Yeah.
Bless her.
Bless her. Literally. But I feel like she's, like, really good at discerning people.
Okay.
And she does hair. So I think because she's always in people's hair, she realizes how like spiritual it is.
So sorry, so sorry. Just because you just brought something up. Obviously, still finish what you're gonna say, but what do you think? Because there was a time when they were talking about like, girls shouldn't wear weave because it's someone else's hair. You don't know what spirit. And
it is mad. Like, okay, so
do you reckon that's like true? Like,
do you know? I low key do think, but I think it applies to. I think it impacts some people a lot more than it impacts other people. For me personally, I haven't felt convicted to do that personally, but I can understand the premises of it, because again, it's just like, the Bible talks about your hair being your glory. So I feel like there is a element, like my mum, she like when she started getting like higher in ministry, she just couldn't wear wigs. Like it literally used to irritate her, used to make her itch. So someone like her, a lot of women in my church, they got like dreads. So I'm like, now I love that for all of y'all, innit? I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. But I think if I ever got to a point where I just feel like something isn't right, I might open that conversation, because some people, they really struggle with it. But that's also the same reason when people see people like Sarah Jakes and she got a bust down, they're like, this is not a true woman of God. It's almost sometimes like a measurement, like how can you be holy and you've got a bust down? Are you sure? But I don't know. I don't know. So I think it does make a good conversation. I think there's probably some elements of truth, because people say like they cut their hair to sacrifice it. They work like it's an act of worship.
Oh,
that's what people say, So I know some people that are in ministry, they just wear like synthetic hair.
Okay, yeah.
But I tend to just do a lot of, but my braids even have human hair, so I'm not on that journey yet. Please don't stop. I'm gonna come in with my afro. Y'all gonna like that? Y'all gonna like that? But back to my friend, because she's like into like hair, she's noticed that there's a lot of energy. So I think she probably discerns a lot of people. So if there was a guy that I genuinely believed, this is my man, and she was like, no, I think I would just ask for God to just add clarity. Because anyway, if I marry someone, it's not just me and them. Even if you do, at most, your wedding has to be 4 people. You need 2 other witnesses. Do you get what I mean? So even if I step into marriage, I can't do it alone. So I think I would just pray that whatever she's unsettled about, that God can settle her heart. But also at the same time, if it's me that's blinded, also let there be another, like, send Alvin, send someone else that can say, sister, are you sure? So that's what I would do.
Fair.
Do you guys have like men's meetings? Oh, no, what are you going to say?
I was just going to say now that just how the Bible talks about, it shows what men in power, like how they can abuse it and what can happen. And you see quite a few examples in the Bible that, listen, men with power, they abused it and the situation just spiraled into disaster. Do you get me? It also shows what, if a man in power does what he should do, how great it will be. So like Ruth and Boaz. And you saw that he abided by, he was a good man with power and he abided with the laws that God had given at that time. And it led to like greatness. Do you know what I mean? You see how people see David. When men have power, they abuse their power, it spirals to disaster. There was death. Do you know what I mean? There was death in their family, bro. Do you get me? So I think it shows it. So you definitely have to be careful. What are we saying about men's meetings?
But I was going to say it also shows like folly as well. Do you get what I'm saying? When people like are arrogant or have a lot of pride and all that kind of stuff, and how that can. There was even a story of like, I think it's in Samuel where it's talking about is it Abigail or something like that? And her husband was
Yeah,
moving mad
the
about.
fool, yeah.
Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to say? And fam, they were gonna.
Yeah, they were gonna. She had to beg.
Yeah, he
They were
was
gonna-
done. Yeah, they were gonna done his
smoked
dance. Yeah.
Homeboy was gone. Do you get? But it's like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And I feel like stuff like that. Sometimes, and it's true, you know, like what we said earlier on about sometimes we read these stories and we don't put ourselves in there.
Yeah,
We're like, raw, why is this guy moving like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're
yeah,
reading it from one direction.
Yeah.
But really and truly, we got to think about, raw, actually, when am I moving bare arrogant about,
Yeah.
fam, I ain't doing that for him. Like,
Yeah.
do you get what I'm trying to say? And go say,
You stayed there. You were listening.
And the guy's rubbing the floor. He said, 600 years of poverty for this man. Have you seen that video?
Nah.
he said, let these guys suffer for the next 600 years. Or something like that. I was like, and the guy was supposed to be a pastor as well, by the way.
It's definitely Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's definitely Nigeria.
100%.
So I want to do an icebreaker. Haha. Even though we don't need icebreaker. Oh, men's meeting. I was gonna say, like, do you have any men's meeting that you guys attend?
No, you know.
Really?
No.
You know what?
Not
you-
men
That
are
might be your
meeting.
podcast. You know that
When
might
men
be
and we
your-
meet. Do you get
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
But
like that.
meeting.
You know what it is. So what we
Brilliant,
yeah,
isn't he?
not
You got something
official.
in church that
not official.
I've been to a few times.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
like part of it like that. But I've been to a few times. Like men's
That's so
meeting.
interesting.
Yeah,
Don't
but sometimes me and my brethren we link up though. You know what I mean, when we link up, we sit down,
you chat
We
proper.
just-
real
Yeah.
life. Do you get me? Like it's
Yeah, I
real
was gonna
life.
say.
And the purpose of linking up at times is,
To actually,
this thing
Yeah.
is real life
Yeah,
right here.
yeah, I
So
like that.
everyone really shares what's going on, kind of thing, innit? But in terms of like an official capacity,
No.
but like weekly or bi-weekly, no, you know.
You
Do
guys
you
do that.
do you guys as you three? Or is it? Or do you feel like
So much.
it happens
Yeah.
naturally because you do the
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah,
weekly?
probably, yeah.
even before or after the point.
Yeah.
Be there for time.
Like
talking, innit?
naturally,
Yeah.
we see each other like at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I got like one of my other boys as well, yeah. Like more time when we link up, we're not trying to have real spill, like or real like talk in it, but naturally start reasoning. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You guys should actually do that. I saw it on your link tree that you guys do prayer requests. I thought that was so cute, you know.
Yeah.
I said, hey, men that pray. Yeah. But you guys should do that. I think you guys should do like a...
I heard it
I
still.
hear it still.
Yeah.
And then obviously let the ladies come after. Do you know what I mean?
What you saying? Single like mingle.
I'm going to go there and be like, oh, everyone just put your hands up if you're single.
Hey, what you saying? Bible Bears and Bantam mix up.
Come on,
Hey.
It might be a thing still. I want to do an event with you lot though. Well, I want to do an event with married men and the panel in
Yeah.
different walks of life.
You've got to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect. I've told you this before, innit? I respect married men like that take their covenant seriously, wear their rings, go out.
I've
Like,
been
have the
the
wives.
ring watcher, by the
Yeah.
way. If
Yeah.
you're a married man and you haven't got your
like,
ring, I'm
like
just
my
like,
boys, if I see them without their ring, I'll.
It's like-
Yo, where's your ring?
all right, I want to do a little icebreaker. So this is the Bible part.
Okay.
So it's just scrambled Bible books in the Bible, just scrambled. You guys can play as a team. Don't say Paul. Oh, sorry, I thought you. And yeah, that's what you got to do.
Okay,
There's
cool.
no real rules.
Alright, cool.
You guys see? I hope you can.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Over there,
Over
That
there.
was so fast.
James.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Psalms.
Yeah.
Jonah.
No.
You guys are solid.
Hebrews.
Hebrews, yeah.
Genesis.
Genesis.
Hey,
Ecclesiastes.
you guys are clean.
Ruth.
Ruth.
No, you guys are clean.
Esther.
Esther. Yeah.
Hey.
Revelation. No.
Revelation.
Yeah. Isaiah. Matthew.
No, you guys are clean.
Numbers.
Clean.
Romans.
There. They read their Bible. It's not even just a podcast name. This one is true. And it's mad because some of the trivia questions I wanted to ask you, I was like, oh no, it's because I wanted to ask you about the babes in the Bible and the women in the Bible.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just thought it would be hard because I'm like, oh, they're men, you know, which men read the women? But you guys, during this whole convo, you guys have actually, you've said some of the answers basically, so I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Swear.
So you're gonna do it, yeah?
So like my whole point about the Bible trivia is not really about getting it right. I just want like the viewers to also just learn. Like that's the goal in it. So I mean, I doubt all three of you will get it terribly wrong. But if it's that bad, we'll just cut it out. Do you know what I mean? But I trust you guys.
Nah.
Nah.
This is
We don't know any.
Next question.
Can't look back, fam. You hear me? I forgot.
Next question.
Because by the way, yeah, these always get onto me as well. Because someone like me, yeah, when I read the Bible, I read like 4 chapters at a time. So I'm very much like, all right, I've got the gist of the 4 chapters, as opposed to
Reading.
the name, the detail, that boom, boom, boom. So sometimes, it's like, if you tell me the story, I can actually tell you like the genealogy of that story. But then you say, who's so-and-so's cousin? I'm like, yo, what did they do in the story? I'll tell you.
For example, a good example of that is when you said Eliab, I already knew, I knew you were talking about David's brother, innit?
Yeah.
And I know the only real character in that story other than David and obviously his dad and Samuel and that kind of stuff is the one that was saying, fam, why are you coming and making all these days? Do you get? So it was from that I knew, okay, cool, that's the Eliab that you're talking about. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I love that. We are about to play Bible trivia. So 10 questions, we're all winners in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Literally all about babes, like the women in the Bible. So question number 1, who did David kill Uriah for?
Bathsheba.
Question number 2, who was the wife of Abraham, mother of Isaac?
Sarah.
Question number 3, which woman turned into a pillar of salt after looking back at
Lot's worth.
Question number 4, who was the Moabite woman that married Boaz?
Ruth.
Question number 5, who
You know the way
was...
she asked it?
I didn't even know Ruth was Moabite.
Yeah, she's a Moabite.
She was a Moab.
Moab.
No, she was a Moab. She was a Moabite. Sorry,
From Moab. Yeah.
Is it Boss or Boston?
Question number 5, who was the wife of King Ahab that persecuted the prophets of God?
Jezebel.
Yeah. Question number 6, which woman was visited by an angel and told she would give birth to Jesus?
Mary.
Question number 7, who anointed Jesus' feet with expensive perfume and wiped them with her hair?
Mary Magdalene.
Yeah. Question number 8, which woman was healed after touching the hem of Jesus' garment?
The
Woman with the issue of blood.
Come
I was about to say, what's her name?
That's actually what I was thinking about, her name.
Yeah.
Not that
You know
what?
what? Yeah, I had a revelation on that. I was so upset one day. I don't know why. I was reading the Bible and I'm like, God, why is there
didn't you
bare
put her
women
name?
with no name?
Yeah.
I was so upset. And I remember the Holy Spirit saying to me, Whitney, you don't know her name. I know her name. It just touched me so much. Like, we don't even know her name,
Word.
but look what we saw, what God can do.
Yeah. Word.
Question number 9, which woman gave birth to the prophet Samuel after years of praying?
Hannah.
Question number 10, you guys have done fantastic. Which woman cut Which woman cut Samson's hair and caused him to live?
Delilah.
Wow, 10 out of 10. Bible babes and fancy days. I'm
really
very
mean it.
impressed. Yeah.
And we're coming for your favourites.
I love that. No.
Another trivia for a woman in the Bible, is what book of the Bible doesn't actually mention God?
It is Esther.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And another, I don't know why he done that.
Yeah, good one.
It's psycho.
This guy is just funny still.
Yeah, I know, I hear it still.
No, they don't like to.
Yeah.
What, Jackie, yeah, Jackie,
They were-
Jackie,
Jackie-
Jackie,
No, but do you not have like
woman in the Bible? Which woman in the Bible slept with her ex's dad?
Tamar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, that's my issue. I love all that. That's my issue. That is my
Like
issue.
deep study, boy.
Yeah. I say, where they at? Her, Rahab is my. When I first started this podcast, listen, there was not one episode I couldn't stop talking about Rahab. I love it. I just love how
How she's rated though.
Yeah, I love how these are the people that you just would never think.
Yeah.
And not only that, Tamar and Rahab end up being in the lineage of.
Yeah.
Well, mine, you got one.
Nah, you know, see when you moved on to step, I was like, okay,
Okay, wrapping up. What's your favorite? I want to say, what's your favorite book in the Bible or your favorite character?
Person.
Yeah,
They're
not so
people.
mad. I started doing that recently as
They're
well.
real
Yeah.
people, not characters.
They're
Yeah.
people.
Daniel.
Oh.
Yeah, Daniel still.
Why?
Because he was very much in
Yeah.
in a secular space.
Yeah.
Very much being himself. And I remember we did so I go to something called Christian Creatives. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Have you been before?
I've been, yeah.
I went
But I've never, every time I've been, I ain't seen you. I
Oh, so
met you.
you know
Yeah.
his, bro.
You have to
But you just got married, and you just got married, didn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
yeah.
say like that, bro. Nah, every time I say I don't see. I said,
Accountability.
But I did a session there one time, innit? And it was about obviously being in the secular industry, but very much still being Christian. And Daniel was the parallel that I used, innit?
Yeah, wow.
And Daniel being there and the Bible talks about them like reading Babylonian books, like understanding the culture and stuff like that, and even like their names and that. If you met somebody called Tolu, you're gonna think the person's Nigerian.
Yeah.
If you met Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you probably think they're the Babylonians, innit?
Yeah.
But then I say all of that to say that they were so much so in the culture that they were in, but they were very much still, no, we're not compromising. And that takes a lot of boldness to be able to do that. You know, back in the day, like with kings and stuff like that, you can tell the king no.
Yeah,
you just cut your head off. Literally, but literally, bro.
Yeah, literally.
But like the boldness that they had within that space.
Yeah.
That's Daniel.
Yeah, that part, like that part in the Bible always gets me. They say, like we believe our God can save us, and even if he don't,
even if he doesn't,
like that, that's real gangster. You know what I mean? I also love the gangsters in the Bible. Proper gangster. What about you, Hendo?
Shaker got next though. To think still.
So I don't know if I have a favorite, but you know, currently I'm reading Old Testament, and the book I'm really enjoying is Judges.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, sorry. The book I'm reading is Kings. Yeah. And one of the people that I read like is Josiah in the Bible.
I promise you, I've not
Prophetic prophets.
No, I just knew it wasn't going to be like Joseph.
Oh.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Oh, you knew it was
I knew it was
some
going to be
hidden-
very stupid.
Yeah. What is it? The hidden ones,
And I hope he's the right king that I'm talking about. But essentially, time had passed. Time had passed, and people kind of forgot about God and the words. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was one of the ones.
And he was like, one of his officials found a tablet or something in the library, brought it to him, and he was like, "Oh, raw, but this is what we're meant to be doing."
Yeah.
I listen. He lamented.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing now. Like, this is what we're doing. And the way the Bible describes him, as a good king.
Yeah.
Do you get me? As a good king. Young, but a good king.
North or South was he?
Huh?
Which one was he again?
He was South.
Yeah.
He was South. So, the thing that struck me, and the reason why he was one of my favorites at the moment, is because it reminded me, because when I read that, I was like, how have these not forgotten what has happened in the past about God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then I was like, oh, if the gospel was left to us verbally to speak it, this thing will be dead in a year.
Whoa.
Do you get me? If it was left to us, it'll be dead in a year, that kind of thing. So that story hit me hard. And the way he, attacked it, I was like, listen, like, kudos to him, innit?
Yeah,
So
I like
at the moment, it could change like next week though. It depends what I read. Depends what I read still.
For me, I think to say like favorite person is hard for me, innit? Obviously, like one of my favorite verses is Genesis 50:20, where it talks about after the Joseph story, where he was basically like, "Oh, don't worry, like the enemy meant this for good, but God meant this for bad, but God meant this for good to say for the saving of many lives and all that kind of stuff." And that just kind of talks to like God's providence. I kind of like all of the people that started off from very humble and naive beginnings. I see myself in that a little bit in terms of Joseph and like Samuel even. So when he was hearing his name being called, but he was going and he's like, "Raw, like, you calling me like, to Eli or whatever." Then he was like, "No, like next time say like, God, I'm here in it," sort of thing, innit? So I kind of like all of those people because it just shows again they're very much human. If you get what I'm trying to say, like, 'cause sometimes you put them on a pedestal and you're thinking, "Oh, like these lot were bare peak and da. But actually, like that's how Samuel started off, not even knowing it was God's voice. And then to the extent that he's I think he's the only prophet that not a word that he said
Fell
dropped
to the ground.
What? Hey, that is you know when they introduce one, it's like, "Oh, bring God of rain." You know what I'm trying to say? That's what the them ones. You get what I'm trying to say? But there's just, do you know what it is? There's just so many different people that I draw a lot from. Like even Elijah, like the boldness thing in it, and how he was just moving, and he was kind of like not ruthless, but almost like completely sold out. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But if I'm now, because obviously I said bare names.
Yeah, bare names.
So one to just like hone in on is Jacob for me, and the reason why is because I see a lot of myself or how I think in how Jacob moves. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's not necessarily always, because sometimes, and again, this might be me then projecting, but I feel like sometimes Jacob gets a bad rap for something that kind of
Was prophetic.
and it was like Do you get you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
already,
yeah.
innit, with the stew and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
but it's kind of like his mum really was, but obviously he still partake. Like he
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
been like, nah,
No.
it's not, and all that kind of stuff, innit. But it's kind of just like he was quite devious in a way at
Yeah.
times as well, innit. Like he was always thinking and his mind was always racing, and I feel like I'm like that sometimes. I feel like sometimes I can really like think so much more further in a situation than other people might have, and because of that I'm operating at a different place. Do you get from a
Yeah.
different place? But then at the same time I'm wrestling with God in it, and obviously the whole hit thing and all that kind of stuff. So
I love that. Don't you just love that we can see ourselves in the Bible?
Have
Yeah,
you?
A
for
book
real,
that's
bro.
written how many years ago?
Yeah, yeah,
Yet
for
you
real.
see our crazy self show up.
Facts.
I'm trying to think.
who's your favorite person in the Bible?
J-Mar boy, yeah.
I
If
love
I'm just saying it.
J-Mar Rahab.
J-Mar
I
Rehab.
love, so yeah, I do know what I love. I'm not even a fighter. I've never had a fight in my life, but I just love the gritty people that fight and somehow like really make an impact. I also love like the low key people in the Bible that like you don't really know much about them, but they move a story along. So that's why I love a tame. Like probably my favorite character person is probably Rahab, because it's like the boldness that she used to hide those spies. She's the least likely person, but yet she shifted them. And she says this one thing that I love, because in Numbers, you know, they go and spy out the land, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're giants, we're so scared, you know, we can't take them. But actually in Joshua 1 we see the truth of the matter. The truth is we're scared of you guys. You know, that we were, they said they lost all heart. So I think Rahab is just someone I love. And then the best fact I learned about her was that the sheets of wheat that the spies hid in, that was the same field, that was the beginning of the field that Ruth was gleaming in, because Rahab is Boaz's mum, and that's when I'm like,
Yeah.
like
That's mad.
what?
Yeah.
That's his mum. So I just think I love people like that, and I'm always encouraging people. Like in our lives, we often don't do certain things because we think we're the main character. And if you watch a film, the main character, everything's about them. But how about if your job is just to give the main character coffee or the main character support? Like, why don't you think that David could be your wife's brother? Why don't you think that the next David could be like your son? Why do we always think it's us? But how about if there's something you have to do, something that you have to say, a prayer, something that you have to be seen doing, like hiding spies, that then makes space for Boaz, that makes space for Jesse, that makes space for David, that then makes space for Jesus. And I think people like that, just the little people that no one really cares about, and they move the story, they weave this story, and then we open Matthew 1 and we see their name right there again. Like those are my
Word.
kind of people.
What?
What about you?
See them in heaven.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Ali, you tried to get away with it, innit? You're looking at your Bible, innit?
No, I wasn't. You know, I was
Okay.
actually just sorting out. We need to wrap up though.
Sorry.
But who's my favorite? My favorite. The thing is, I've got a few in it.
Okay.
My go-to is Joseph. Everyone knows. No, do you know what? My go-to is actually Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Love them.
Like, because I think for me, it's that element of like, okay, we hear what you say, but we're just gonna do like, okay, because I believe in my God, in it, the God of Abraham. So I think for me it's them. But right now I've been reading a lot of Paul's books, in it. Basically, essentially, I'm in the New Testament. And in the beginning I didn't really like him. I thought, right, you're moving nuts, bro. Like this is, you're bare strict. But then I think there's an element where it's just like, bro, he was just he had that encounter with Christ, and that for him it was Christ or nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
it relates more to us today, innit?
Yeah.
I think what you said you made a comment earlier on, and it was just like, sometimes there's not bare nuances in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we know what it is, it's just that we might struggle a little bit with the truth of it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that's what it is. It's like, bro, we know certain things that we shouldn't be doing, like this, like where's our limits, in it, kind of thing, in it. And naturally faith is individual, and obviously I feel like there's some people who they start off radical, and they need that.
Yeah.
You kind of need to be radical, because then you know, and then as you grow in the faith, obviously you understand, you still don't do certain things, but you understand where your position is with certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they read no tattoos, no bacon, and they read that yesterday, so they're running with that for the week, and then they're gonna get to the New Testament, they're gonna realize, alright, cool, Jesus covered a multitude of sins, and they're gonna understand salvation. They're gonna realize, you know what,
Hold on.
this bacon is not even that bad. You get it? So like, it's not that bad, and once it's covered by, so I think, right. I'll probably say at the moment, Paul, like he's doing his thing, but
Still.
yeah.
So
Been on that
he's got a
Corinthians
great
stuff,
character
so.
arc.
Yeah, no, defo. I wish he got married though, but he weren't on it, man.
No, he knew something, boy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He was
defo.
onto
Yeah,
something.
he was.
He wouldn't be Paul if he was married.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, to be fair, innit? Yeah, to be
How can you
fair.
keep going jail? You think I want to allow you to
Real
keep going jail?
Yeah, it's true,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, no.
Come like the women. I'm not waiting if my man goes bin.
Yeah. I write no letters. Stop writing no letters. Writing letters to his girl. Like,
Yeah, it's true. It's only to the churches. We went to the girl. You're right.
Like,
Still.
babe, I'm sorry.
He knew.
Complaining these times, the prison is shaking, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
But
All
yeah,
right,
man.
guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys have been amazing. Can you
That's
clap
been
for
great,
your
man.
clap
Yeah,
for
solid,
yourselves?
Thank you, man.
You
Thank
guys have
thank
been solid. Like, honestly,
pleasure.
this conversation has been. I didn't think it would be this funny. You guys indeed brought the banter in Jesus' name. Yeah, you guys really made us laugh, and I just pray that people are blessed by hearing this, by listening, by watching it. I hope you guys can see how far you guys have come as well. You guys truly are inspiration to even just me as a podcaster, like let alone just as a Christian, just watching you guys just be yourselves in Christ. Like it's refreshing to know I'm not alone. But yeah, we've been called to create. You guys have to come back, man.
Yeah.
Bring the kids, bring the wives. Maybe I might need a meeting with them. But yeah, we give God all the glory, all the praise. Hopefully we can be looking out for their men's meeting. And we can be joining them. But in advance, happy 5th year anniversary.
Aye, thank
God
you,
bless
man.
you
Thank
guys.
you. 6 year, man.
What?
Yeah. 6 year, man.
I mean,
started 2020.
6th year. Oh, 20.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations for 6
Thank you.
years.
Yeah,
thank you.
guys. How exciting. And I'm excited to see what God does for you guys, with you guys, in you guys next. So yeah, God bless you guys. Hope you guys have heard everything that we've read in the Bible. You go and open your Bible. In fact, go and do a Bible study on this episode, Seth. Go learn about the Eliabs, the Rahabs, the Josiahs, the Jacobs, the Pauls, and everyone we mentioned. We're just normal people following this amazing God, and somehow he looks at us and goes, I'm gonna use you. So if we can be used, this road rage one, this one with the head, you can use anyone. I'm joking.
That's not my identity, innit?
No, of course not.
joking,
But if we can be used, so can you. So please, next time God calls you and says, come do this tin for me, just answer the call, yeah? Do us a favour. But yeah, God bless you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe and them things. And I'll see you soon. Oh, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Wish them Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, man. Happy New Year, man.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
Go crossover service, man. Find the church, crossover.
Oh yeah, amen, yeah.
Run it.
Maybe we can share like you guys' church links or whatever. So if people need like a church, we can give them a plethora. Do you guys go to the same church?
No, we do.
No, they do.
Oh, they do. Okay, cool,
yeah.
great. So that's like 4 churches that you guys can possibly attend or watch online. God bless you.
Cool, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Having us,
Bye, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.